and the two-time defending national champion Jackrabbits are looking to improve their positioning for another playoff run. Missouri State is 8-3, and the Bears are playing their last game in the football championship subdivision before making the move to the FBS and Conference USA next year. The Jackrabbits and Bears are set to go. Welcome to Plaster Stadium on the campus of Missouri State University in Springfield as we bring you college football in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. Today it's the South Dakota State Jackrabbits and the Missouri State Bears. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a beautiful day in Springfield. I'm Don West, joined by Missouri Sports Hall of Fame broadcaster Tom Mast. And Tom, the winner of this game today may have a chance of sharing the conference title.
Well, they both have to take care of business here, but they will keep a close eye on the game between North Dakota State and South Dakota today. A North Dakota State loss could really jumble things up.
And let's check our quarterback matchup, and two of the best in the FCS battling today.
Well, you said the key there. Two of the best in the country, Mark Gronowski and Jacob Clark. When these two finish their careers at their schools, they will go down as the two most productive this league has seen in a long time.
Six-yard gain on the 22nd out of 4 Jackrabbits.
State October 19 in the Dakota marker game, 13-9. Now Gronowski in trouble, and he gets back away from it and finds some more time. Still going to retreat and throws it away toward Amar Johnson.
He was 20 yards in the pocket.
And a give up the middle for Amar Johnson, and the Bears are ready for that. A gain of 1 maybe.
Well, and now that forces a third.
And here's 3rd and 9. Gronowski across, got a wide open man in Bears territory. The catch is good for Kevin Brenner. And at the Missouri State 43, it is back to the ground for Angel Johnson.
What moves he made in the interior right there. He was bottled up and just did some great sidestepping.
Dakota 52 against Murray State. And here they go on their first drive, and they take it inside the 30 to Angel Johnson. He gets to the 28 and will move the chains. Rushing plays. Little movement on the Bears side. Everybody stayed on. Down the middle and off the fingertips and incomplete. From the 28 of the Bears on 2nd and 10. And up the middle for a nice gain down to the 21. A pickup of looks like 7 yards, and that are in evidence here today above us.
And
now there's movement on both sides, and let's see.
Free play.
Offside. Defense number 91. That penalty
Yep.
is declined.
They'll give him the
Result of
run
play is
and the first down. Lots of adjustments and reset on almost every snap.
Around to the left side, Amar Johnson down to about the 10. Second down, Gronowski looking, and he's caught from the side after a gain of just a yard or so. 3rd and 3. On the ground
And in.
and to the end zone. Extra point try for Hunter Dustman. And it is good. Dustman coming in 4-2 in the national title last year in the perfect season. Here they are again, getting themselves in position for another run. This will come back from the 2 and out to about the 25 before being run into the bench. Part of the Thunder and Lightning tandem in the backfield for Missouri State. The Bears with 7:47 to go here in the first quarter. And Missouri State will start its offense from the 23 when we come back in a minute. 23, first look on offense for Jacob Clark and the Missouri State offense, which has been spectacular this year, led by Clark. Everybody out, and he completes his first pass for 4, maybe 5 yards. Looks like it'll be a 4-yard strike.
Threw that into a tight hole right there. Defenders were closing in on the receiver.
Jacob Clark, 248 for 345, 3,418 yards, and 26 touchdowns. Second and 6 on the ground, goes nowhere. Looks like it's going to lose a yard on the Bears' first running play. That
Run down quickly, as you say, lost a yard. And Clark needs to keep his drive going if they want to counter.
3rd and 7, the rush is on, and down goes Clark.
Well, he stood in there waiting to see what more he could possibly get out of it. And
So Grant Burkett has to punt. He'll have the helping wind, and he bombs one back to the 31-yard line. And a return only to about the 36. When Missouri State's offense is ready to come back out. For now, it's Gronowski, and back to the ground to Angel Johnson. Out close to the 40. Gronowski tipped pass, and it drops incomplete. The Bears got up for that one. 3rd and 6. And from the backside.
well, here's another of those key 3rd down situations coming up for Missouri State. They know at some point today they're going to have to find a way to shut down this Jackrabbit offense, and long 3rd down attempts will be the opportunity. But Gronowski has shown you that he's found a way to find the openings and make connections.
Dallas Winter Johnson got the hand on the ball. And so 3rd and 6. Gronowski with time, and he goes. That is
Into the turf.
undershot, yes.
Into the turf, yeah.
First quarter. He sails one high. Down at the 13 for a fair catch.
That the defense got the ball back, and the positive is that Clark is back for the Bears. So whatever that little tweak or twinge that he had, apparently they've shaken that off.
Bears had the ball for just 2 minutes, his first drive, and he has to get rid of it quick here.
He absolutely took one step back into the drop, and this defense was in on him.
Indeed, especially from that front four. Vanden Boss, Balloon for the rest. Matthew Durant's a strong safety, the current Missouri Valley Football Conference Defensive Player of the Week, with 2 interceptions last week against SIU.
Well, there's a 1-yard completion to Hunter Wood, and that was all they got out of it. It was a little drop pass in the flat there. By the time Wood turned up the field, there were people on top of it. And now 3rd and extremely long, and Missouri State in a position to potentially give the ball right back to the Jackrabbits.
Hunter Wood closing in on 100 career catches now for his career, and he needs just 4 more after that one. More importantly, 3rd and 9 for a sputtering Missouri State offense, and Clark delivers, and it's past the target and incomplete. Missouri State will have to punt again. That one was sent toward Dash Luke.
He's just finding no room to do anything.
A second punt for Grant Burkett, and it'll carry on into the sideline. 3. And on first down, Amar Johnson is taken into the Bears bench.
And they did it once before, but can they do it again? And no, now we're going to get an offsides and then a movement on the line, but I think he was pulled. I think that was Christensen.
Offside. Defense number 16 with contact. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Yeah, he comes across and then he just jumps up and makes contact. Christensen comes up, so he was pulled up. And there's your first walk-off of the ball game so far.
First and make that 2nd and 6 after that short loss.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
And off to the left, Angel Johnson needed the 40.
Now the Jackrabbits are they're just containing and holding well and getting Missouri State really off balance.
Gronowski going, and it is incomplete.
Wilde had it, and
back to Angel Johnson, and he gets it to midfield to pick up a 3. Right around 13. 3rd down. Deep ball, got a man, and there is a catch made at the 15-yard line. Give to Johnson. Bears were ready for him for the 2nd quarter. (15) headed north now with the wind at their back, and Gronowski looks for a hole to open up, takes it down to the 11. Mark Gronowski has from the 10. Gronowski swings it, and it's bobbled and caught and taken to the end zone after the little juggle by Kevin Brenner for the Jackrabbit touchdown. That is through. In the 2nd quarter, early stages, he had this strike to Kevin Brenner for his first touchdown reception, and he had not had more than 1 catch in any game.
He was
got 2 now.
And he celebrated as he should have right there after a nice fingertip catch.
Out to the 25 for the Bears.
Came right back down and showed you what they're capable of doing. And so this probably in the early stages of this game is the most important possession Missouri State will face, because they've got to get momentum going if they're going to try to find a way to counter. And the Jackrabbits are just doing an excellent job right now of shutting them down.
They're still in the negative in total yards. They'll go to the ground.
And maybe get 4 on that carry.
Clark to the air, gets out of the pocket, delivers, and it's caught at the 43-yard line.
There's the first down of the afternoon for Missouri State.
Devontae Key makes his 21st catch of the year. He has 3 touchdown receptions.
Well, Clark had to scramble, throw back against his body to make that completion work, but he was able to do that and picked up about 11 in the first down.
Key was one of the seniors honored before today's game. Fake to right. Clark looking, and that one is caught inside the Jackrabbit 40, and it's back to Key again.
Well, one of the better routes and a little more time for for Clark than we've seen. Had a little time to stepped up in the pocket, had his receiver out moving across the field.
Right back to the line. That could be a lateral there. And Key is down. He had the hot hand. Why not go back to him?
I was going to say, I think he threw that one backwards.
Yep. To right, and he'll take it inside the 35, and with that, Jacardier Wright will move up a notch on Missouri State's career rushing chart. He came into the day 9th all-time in rushing yardage at 2,215, and now he has passed Jason Ringena, who played 1998 to 2001 to take the number 8 spot.
Kind of worked themselves into a manageable third down situation after facing 2nd and 12, but Clark and company will have to do something to cut into the yardage they need here.
Here it is on 3rd down, and Clark's got a man downfield, but it's tipped and knocked out of bounds. And Tucker Large is there big time. His eyes on it there.
Guess what we're going to do here, Don?
Okay, how about a 50-yard field goal try?
Well, you know, it's your last game of the season. You're not going anywhere, and we'll elaborate about that here a little more. But why not see if you can put points on the board in a big way?
Yusuf Obeid is 8 of 9 on his field goals. This one's got some distance, and good into the wind.
That's pretty impressive.
50-yarder for Yusuf Obeid. Bears get 3. 11-17 to go here in the second quarter.
Number 12 Duke, number 1 Kansas.
A 50-yard field goal, second field goal in Missouri State football history of 50 yards plus.
See it getting through. He had enough to get it through. Cleared it deep enough so if they were coming back the other direction and he had the wind, if they find themselves in a similar situation, they probably would have confidence to do it. Very important, I think, for Missouri State, and everyone would agree, you had to get points on that drive.
And a short kick caught at the 24 and brought back to the 30-yard line, and that's Bryce Johnson plus kicks. But Obeid adds his name to the list. Gronowski delivers, and a nice catch made at the 45 and a quick 50. From the 45, Gronowski back to the ground. And the give across midfield, and in 3. Left side and back to Amar Johnson for the first down. And then here in the first half. Down to the 35, and the catch made, and after the catch, Wilde takes it to the 25. Gronowski, lots of time and down the middle, but he overshoots the man at the goal line. They put 20 points up on him. Second down, and it's Amar Johnson to the 20-yard line.
The potential is there for the Valley to have placed 5 teams again, and no 8-win team had ever been denied a playoff spot. So they'll get 4 in, but potentially could have gotten 5 if Missouri State wasn't making a move.
Third down, Gronowski taken down and sacked.
The draw didn't work that time, and
this one is 40.
That's a pretty good breeze.
This will sail on through and across the Bill O'Neill.
2 record. I mean, that's just, and a national title to boot.
He was a second-team All-Missouri Valley Football Conference pick in 2008. Team captain in 09. Career, two-time team tackles leader. Jacob Clark back to work. He is already Missouri State's single-season record holder from this year in passing yards, passing touchdowns, and completions, with those 248 coming in.
And even though he's a senior, he can come back for another year next year. There's talk about, will he come back? Would he potentially jump in the portal and go elsewhere? But if he were to come back, he could set his sights on the all-time career numbers here as well.
This play a little slow in developing. It goes to Bex, and he picks up 4 yards out to the 29. Clark, that is tipped, and it appears to be picked off.
It's close. No. Side judge is running in saying it hit the turf. He said it hit the turf. So I thought initially there'd have to be a review, but he's going to say no. I mean, he was adamant coming in.
Adam Bach was on it, and it looks like the players are saying to challenge this.
We can't tell from there. The pole kind of
like
gets
some turf there maybe, but yeah, we're blocked out by the goalpost.
This will be your best view probably, and it may not be enough. Yeah, I think there's
on the turf.
I think that's on the turf. Yeah, but they're gonna look at it.
Missouri State Lady Bear back
with SMU as their home opener next year, and that will be the most impressive FBS school that's ever been on this field, and the first.
Bears obviously keep it here after the challenge, and Clark on third down goes down into good coverage, and that is caught. What a catch by James Blackstrain.
Wow, I have one arm. I think just one of the one-handed, one-arm catches are becoming pretty prevalent these days, and he showed you here how to do it. Pretty good lead. He got just a half a step on the defender. Then there goes the one hand. He tucks it in and cradles it and gets it down to the 36-yard line.
24th catch of the year for Blackstrain, and a first down for Missouri State at the Jackrabbit 36. A give to Bex. He gets a little space and he trips over his own man.
He was cutting in, and as he started to make his
Clark got some time, and it closes quickly, and down he goes.
Well, he actually got positive yardage out of what looked like it was going to be a mess.
Now third and more like 6. The scoreboard's wrong. Now we follow them, and it's corrected up there. So the pass toward right is incomplete.
And it's the kicking.
Now they're going to say, go for it.
Well, this is another situation. You need points. Can you convert on a 4th and 6 here? If you don't, you're giving a lot of time and the ball to the Jackrabbits. They may try to pull them off sides. Let's see. Yeah, I think you're going to see a timeout coming here in just a second.
And then to think it over. Nope, going to go.
Oh, okay.
Clark gonna go toward Dash Luke, and he makes the catch inside the 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, these fade routes that Clark has been throwing, that one worked. Luke had to wait for it and does get it inside. So the big roll of the dice, instead of taking 3, they went for it, and it may pay dividends.
Drop under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Neither team has used a timeout yet. And Missouri State right at the doorstep here at the 4-yard line.
Well, Wright is the go-to guy usually when you're inside the 5. He knows how to find the end zone.
There is Wright, and he's going to drop about 3 yards.
There was nothing to find there. The defense came to play on that one, and they throw him back big time.
Back to the 9.
I think at the point of handoff, he was met by those first defenders coming in. Look at that. I mean, just really impressive. Was that Green? Logan Green, 51, came shooting across. Great play.
And 2nd and goal. Fake to Wright. Roll out for Clark. And he stepped out of bounds back at the 12.
He'll lose yardage on that one. Just that edge pursuit I mean, the minute he came out of the pocket, he was in trouble and had to turn the corner. Could not see who it was that came after him right here. Can't see the number. I think. Was that? Couldn't see if that was. That may have been Boss, the defensive end, or Bose, excuse me. So now, third and a long way to go.
Goal to go from the 12. And Clark kind of undershot that one.
Well,
pass was on a low trajectory to begin with.
Well, tip your cap to the Jackrabbit defense right there. They were in a bit of an on-your-heels situation after that completion inside the 5, and what they did was bang, bang, bang 3 times in a row, kept them from the end zone, kept them from getting 7, and now forced them to look at taking 3 instead, and that may wind up being kind of a tipping point in this one where you kept them out. Could have turned it into a 1-touchdown game. As is, they will still have a sizable advantage if the kick is good here.
28-yard attempt for Obeid with Burkett holding, and it's good. And 2:13 to go in the half. So Missouri State with a couple of field goals here in the second quarter. Senior day for 13 Missouri State players.
Right now is just finding a way to keep the Jackrabbits off the scoreboard in the final 2:15 of this first half.
This one.
Lobs
on. It's an open play. Bears pick it up and take it.
Oh, they didn't.
Comes out inside the 5-yard line. Crazy. Are you kidding me?
Well, instead of falling on it, the defender closest to it the first time was trying to go scoop and score. Didn't get it, and if the Jackrabbits hold on to it, it'll be a miracle. But they're now pointing Missouri State direction. Wow, could not have seen. Well, just there you come out with it. Yeah, you can't really advance it. So, here's the miss and contact made, and he's trying to go, but you can't scoop and score, and it comes out, and there's a tussle and a half down there for it, but there's your first fumble, first turnover of the ball game.
Oh my.
And someone's coming up a little shaky for Missouri State. Thing they can to keep them out.
So the Bears looking to capitalize on the first major mistake by South Dakota State. It's a toss to right, and he's going to be stopped back at the 5.
Seen that movie before.
That will give us.
Figuring out a way to run it in is off the chart right now. I think Clark's going to have to find a receiver.
He will go to the air, and this one is swatted down from behind.
What a play, and over the back. Now, he wasn't on the back, but over the top, if you will.
Tucker Large.
Boy, he played large right there. Watch as he gets extended, because it looks like this is going to be a touchdown. And he comes right over. Now, some would say what kind of contact was there, but he got that arm extended over and batted that one down.
So 3rd and goal. Clark fires, man goes down.
That was Wood falling backwards. And he's unhappy, and guess what? He may have to get 3 out of this one again.
So yeah, 4th down, 4th and goal at the 5, and they'll bring Obeid out.
Ryan Beard is chewing on the near official. I think he saw back-to-back play. Now, I don't think right there, I think that was more a man of the receiver just falling. Maybe we'll see it here. Yeah, I think he was just falling.
Obeid now looking for his 3rd field goal of this quarter from 23 yards out. 23 yards out. And it's good. But that's a disappointment for the Bears with 1st and goal at the 2.
Well, when you get that for a staff and you're for a team, you're thinking we got 7 out of this and couldn't get it. Credit to the Jackrabbits. There's the pooch.
To the 28 and brought back about 10 yards by the From the 39. Gronowski with a lot of time, and at the
4 here in the first half.
Not much there around the left side on first down. They don't.
If they could throw them for a loss and prevent a first down, now we get a timeout by somebody, and it was Missouri State. Rabbits is to get that first down and keep the drive moving.
And pushing ahead into Bears territory, they will get the first down on each side. Gronowski, the rush is on, and he'll get rid of it.
Got the most pressure he's.
2nd and 10 at the Bears 47. Gronowski across the middle to a wide open man. And it's Kentrell Prejean.
And a hurry up situation now.
At the 27, a gain of 20 on that one. And now they'll go back to the ground to
only yield the potential 3 before halftime.
Gronowski steps up, got a wide open space to the 15, and he slides down around the 12. Clock is stopped at 21 with a chain move, and now here we go. Right back at it. Gronowski into single coverage, and a flag comes down.
Interference in the end zone.
And that's looking right back into the sun where that pass came from.
Yeah, both the defender and the receiver had the sun working again. Going to move the ball.
Pass interference. Defense number 0. The ball we placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Gronowski floats it. And incomplete.
You want me to tell you, that looked more like pass interference to me. I really thought.
Gronowski, quick hit. Oh, and it drops incomplete, and it's 3rd and goal.
He may have had just a little too much juice on that one. You know, I think I'd run it and try my best with a timeout. Now we get a.
It's going to be a Missouri State timeout. Kirby Voorhees is the running back, and he takes it into the end zone. And it is good. So 24-9 with 4 seconds left in the half.
Great job of directing them down the field.
Little pooch to the 25.
This will probably be a knee. 1 and done.
They're not taking a knee.
Nope.
They'll hand it off and get some decent enough yardage to get them into a positive in rushing yards for the half.
And 100 yards for the half. And here they've got to show some offense, find a way to counter what the Jackrabbits have been doing. And the way to do that is to take it down the field, and they'll have a long way to go.
Out to the 25 for Missouri State.
Here that in the month of October, they'll be playing a lot of games on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. That has become a part of the conference protocol for national television exposure. So they'll give up some Saturdays by making the move.
Clark from the 25 rolls out and hits the tight end at the 35-yard line, Gary Clinton. Quickly moved the chains.
It took him till the 2nd period to get a first down in the first half, and here they get a first down on the first play of the 3rd quarter.
To Jacardier right, and he'll get a yard and a half.
Three at a time if they get the opportunity.
Check line.
2nd and 8 for Clark. And that's tipped and it falls. Intended for Hunter Wood.
That one might have been a little bit behind him. We've seen a lot of that today. Receivers with the ball on the backside rather than in the front. Look and see it from this angle. Does he lead him enough, or does he get him behind him? No, I tell you what, the defender does a nice job of getting a hand in there. That's what the difference was. That was Francel, I think, that was trailing and got the tip.
And quickly 3rd and 8. Here comes the rush. Clark delivers, and that's swatted from behind by Tucker Large, and he has been tough in that secondary.
Well, and for the second time, Large, some would say, wasn't he interfering there? But I think it was just a matter of extending that right hand and coming around. Watch right here. You won't maybe see it as cleanly from this angle, but he comes around, and there's the smack. I mean, he puts it down and celebrates the incomplete.
This is going to be a little bit of a history-making punt for Burkett.
You've been waiting. We're going to get a timeout. Missouri State. Ooh, that interesting timeout here. Preparing to punt, and Ryan Beard and company took a timeout to discuss something, but they are coming back out in form. There was no chance they were going to go for it, I don't think, but just something wasn't set right.
So Grant Burkett lets one go, and it's caught at the 19, and nowhere to go there on the return. And Burkett, and after hours of painstaking research on this, Tom, Grant Burkett has now passed 10,560 passing yards. You know what that equals to?
Punting yards, yeah.
Punting yards. That is 6 miles of punting yards for Grant Burkett. He is first in Missouri State's career punting average list at 44 yards per punt, and is just one of the best ever to come through.
And he's one of those that's hoping to get a shot at taking it to the next level. We'll see.
South Dakota State, this play slow and developing, and it ends up all the way out at the 30-yard line for a mark.
Been a pretty
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 28, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's Michael Thiessen, and watch what happens here. The shoe comes off, so he's got the left shoe, and then he kind of throws it like a frisbee.
Yeah, if he had a chance to think about it. I'm sure in weekly practice sessions they don't say, now guys, if you happen to yank a guy's shoe off, don't throw it. You probably aren't aware of it, but that's one of the things that comes with it.
So the ball out to the 44-yard line for South Dakota State. And it's Amar Johnson. 2nd and 7. This one is caught by Prejean. He gets a little help there as he gets into Bears territory, and out. He'll step and throw, and that right on target. The open man, that's Wilde, shakes his man, and he dives.
He stepped out of bounds, maybe. They're going to say he did at the 4.
And Gronowski gives the ball off to Amar Johnson. He's into the end zone for his 2nd rushing touchdown today. And the kick will make it 31-9. South Dakota State, 11:08 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And spring out of here.
I think so.
It'll come out to the 25 for the Bears. Ball has won a 2nd set against Bradley to go up 2-0.
All right.
Here's a give to Jacardier Wright. He'll pick up about 3, maybe 4.
The yard. Even though you've got the ball, every time you give it back to them, your defense is challenged.
2nd down, and back to him, and that'll drop maybe 2 back to the. At a hurry, and he gets it out to Wright from the backfield, and he'll get it to the 33, but needed the 35.
And that win still, it's about the way it started the game, in his face.
This one will be fielded at the 24, back to maybe the 31 for South Dakota State. Gronowski rolls and delivers, and it's Angel Johnson out to the 45 for a 1st and 10.
And of course, you come from 2 sides of the bracket. Where will they put South Dakota State and North Dakota State? Will they split them away from each other, or will they keep them on the same side? because everybody would want. They started the year playing last year's runner-up, and they're closing the year playing against last year's champion.
Wilde is wide open on this side. If he can win the race, he's in the end zone, and he's taking it all the way for the Jackrabbits. From 48 yards. Dustman out for the extra point. This one is good.
To the end zone.
And coming out, well, in the North Dakota State game.
They're watching two games at once in South Dakota this afternoon.
Missouri State starts at the 25. Clark with the fake. He'll go deep downfield.
Ooh.
Between two receivers and incomplete.
Well, Hunter Wood looked like he was closest to it, and he kind of pulled up and just didn't look like he might. You'll see it coming at you here. He'll come from the right side, number 2, right there, and he just kind of pulled up. Don't know whether he thought maybe the tight end was a little closer to the ball than he was, but Clark put it in there where someone could have gotten to it, just not on that one.
Clark steps up, room to run, angles out at the 29 and gets 4.
Haven't really used too much clock in this possession, and the last thing they want to do is give it right back to that offensive unit.
Big rush on. Clark takes a hit, and the ball hits Hunter Wood right in the number.
Yeah, that's where you're catching and running at the same time. And Clark gets popped at the end here. Watch right here. They're coming on him, and I bet they let up. Got a good hit, but they let up. Good play defensively there.
Well, it is 4th down, and Missouri State forced to punt again. Fair catch. For watching North Dakota State.
There's the handoff that kind of goes nowhere.
And it keeps going, and Amar Johnson strings it out to the 23. Still with time here, 8 on the play clock.
Ooh, 2 behind the receiver over there, because you know they're following that game as well. Here we go.
Gronowski across and incomplete.
A little pressure got to him that time. He had to kind of force it a little earlier on.
A booming punt. All the way back to the 22, and great coverage.
Welcome to the rodeo. I'm going to tell you what, he took him down.
Colby Humphrey.
State South Dakota game, but I'm going to watch those several hundred folks across it. I'm going to watch them wearing blue, because if that score holds up and they beat North Dakota State, the Jackrabbits know they're going to have a share of the title. And back to more important business, here comes Missouri State.
And Clark. Here comes the rush on Clark, and down he goes.
Well, he has played that song and dance all day. He has been rushed and rushed and rushed. Just can't find a receiver. Credit the secondary. They are doing a good job of sealing off those receivers and giving him nothing to option to. Great play coming in. That time by Brock, number 32, the linebacker.
The All-American.
Yeah, shows you why.
Adam Bach.
Bach, excuse me, yep.
2nd and 13. And Clark trying to get out to the edge, and he
no catch.
Delivers.
Nope.
And yeah, no catch for Blackstrain, incomplete. Well, South Dakota State.
Strength and the credibility of the Missouri Valley Football Conference.
3rd and 13. And a catch, but short of the 31 where they needed on the reception by Jamarie Robinson.
And part of the problem there is by the time Clark can get a receiver open, he can't get deep enough to get beyond the sticks. And so he comes up short, and here you go with 4th down again.
South Dakota would also earn a share of the Valley title with the win today.
You'd have South Dakota, South Dakota State, and North Dakota State.
And all with that three-team weave that we talked about.
Good coverage again on the punt.
Yeah.
Gronowski still in.
Late third quarter here, and he'll step back to throw. Deep downfield, and Wilde is just a little bit short of the target. There is a flag down now, too.
Holding against the Jackrabbits. First significant. Look at that. You see it right there. See 61. He stays on it. Yeah. That's the first significant penalty of the day against the Jackrabbits.
Evan Berntsen. Let me get that right. So first and 20.
So the first time all day long we've really seen the Jackrabbits get pushed back. And there's another play, and that'll take them back even a little further. Well, maybe Rabbits with still a full quarter and some time beyond that to go.
Gronowski connects at the 30, but that'll be a little short of the first down. Does get him to the 31 for North Dakota State. 29-28 to share the Valley title and also give South Dakota State a share of the title, and a sack meanwhile of Gronowski.
Well, Gronowski went way back that time, and that's the first time you've really seen corner edge and linebacker penetration come in. They send him all the way back to the 20-yard line. So the worst probably offensive set of the afternoon for the Jackrabbits as Missouri State comes crashing in.
And it's Dustman, line of scrimmage, the 20.
Good high one.
Fair caught at the 24, 56-yard punt on the fly.
Well, just no offense. I mean, Missouri State in this half, you know, 4 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. They just have not generated anything here in the second half, and Clark's up under center.
He'll toss, little razzle-dazzle. It goes to Devontae Key. Back around the left side with some space, and he'll pick up a first down.
And Jacob Clark, the quarterback, gets all the credit in the world because his hold-up block is the one that turned the corner on the reverse. Watch at the end of this. Here comes the flip reverse. Now watch Clark on the left, number 12. There's his block that gets him around and gets him out to the 28-yard line. Probably ought to run that 3 or 4 times if you're Missouri State. It was the most effective play of the second half.
Up the middle, it's Jacardier Wright with his best run of the day. He picks up 11.
More than likely, they'll now have to fall out of that #1 ranking. And the rankings for these teams that are headed to the playoffs doesn't mean much.
Clark, and that is tipped and incomplete for Lance Mason.
But Don, I could honestly see the case be made that if Montana State moved to 1, I could see North Dakota State, South Dakota State, and South Dakota somewhere 3 to 4.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3. And I don't know what order they would be in. Maybe South Dakota would move up to the 2. South Dakota, well, North Dakota State beat South Dakota State. I'm one of those. I just love numbers when it comes to what they do. And with these powerhouse schools in this conference, you know, moving up and down. But the big thing is they all know they've got more football ahead of them.
Clark deep to Key. That's dropped it. They'll make sure it's officially incomplete, and it is.
You know, and the difference here, Don, is in weeks past, Missouri State, when they strung together that 8-game win streak that was just so impressive, those are the kind of catches they didn't drop. And you've seen a couple of them today that they, you know, the receivers get open and they make catches, and there's just something about today and this level of competition and what the Jackrabbits, I mean, that's a catch they were making during that 8-game run. And the Jackrabbits have just turned up the pressure so much and intimidated a little bit that you just don't see them delivering and completing like they did.
Third down here in the final minute of the third quarter. Clark's pass and a huge hit on Wright as he makes the catch at the 46. He's run out here too.
I think that's what they're going to do.
That'll be the end of the third quarter. We will move to the fourth with South Dakota State in control and leading 38-9. To the fourth quarter in Springfield. Missouri State ball at its own 46 with 4th down and 3 and going for it.
Well, Don, you said it earlier in the game. It's your last game, you know.
It's your last game.
You're down 29, you know. Gamble on a 4th down, see if you can make something happen.
Clark steps up. He'll run for the first down and slide as he crosses midfield.
Got the 5. Well, this is, look how wide open this gap is right here. He has to run that one. He can't look for a throw, knowing he only needed 4. We've seen Wright out of the backfield a lot today. Beck's we've just not seen much of, and he has usually been the second back to get things done.
Clark will take a big hit. The ball comes out. Jared DePriest delivered the hit, and South Dakota State has the ball.
Yeah, Clark took it from the side. He was stepping up, trying to elude those defenders, and when he did, he took a hit from the left edge there, and the ball gets jarred out. Watch right here. He's trying to get away, and then bang, it's down on the turf.
And the All-American Bach ends up with, look, Clark's trying to keep the ball away from him with his knees. This is good. Can you control the ball if it's you got 2 knees on it?
I don't
Maybe
know.
not.
Not sure. Not sure whether that works or not. But I'm going to say a running situation should be the rest of the way. New quarterback.
New quarterback is indeed in, and that's John Bell. He'll give the ball off, and the carry for Maxwell Woods down to the now for South Dakota State. And back it goes to Maxwell Woods. Next week, Lady Bears won big at St. Louis today. Pass is caught.
A lot of second team and second level players in there now for the Jackrabbits.
Bell will give, and that goes to Kirby Voorhees. Touchdown catch earlier.
They are heavy on the right side.
They'll go kind of up the middle or off to the left side anyway and get the first down at the 14.
That's a high water mark over the last 2 decades at least, if not longer.
The longest winning streak within a season since, what, 1963?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Well, and we talked about the challenges that will lie ahead for them moving up and moving to a larger classification.
Down to the 2 or so.
Another first down.
Bell with a give. Voorhees to the end zone.
He's been there before.
His second touchdown today. Dustman's extra point. Out of the hold of John Bell, and it's good. Jackrabbits. That's from the band side.
Get the view from behind the bass drum.
The last few minutes of daylight. 8:55 to play. Clark passes to Devontae Key, caught at the 30 for a gain of 12. First down.
I would call this, we talked earlier about that group right there, you call them the Pride Band. Well, this is a Pride drive right now. They're Missouri State trying to put together a little pride here and see how they can close out on what may be potentially one of their last possessions of the season.
Here's a carry. Not going to the Valley title with the Bison, and the Jackrabbits are going to get a share of it too. Clark across the middle to the 45. Sliding catch is made for a first down. That's Hunter Wood with just his second catch today. He needs 3 more for 100 in his career.
You know, it lost off in all the discussion about the Dakota schools and how they've done. Illinois State got their 9th win today. They are 6-2 in the Valley, and they will share that 6-2 record with Missouri State, but it'll only be good for about 4th place.
Give to Bex, and he's going to give some yards back.
Heavy hitters. I know there'll be a lot of pride in thinking that the Valley can maybe compete and capture yet another national title.
Underthrown to Bex.
The schools will have a lot to say about that.
Clark going downfield, and a catch made on his knees by Devontae Key. Nicely done.
That was just a matter of concentrating and seeing the ball into your gut right here. Watch as Clark rolls out, catches some pressure at the end, and the man is just, oh man, boy, you know that is so hard. You see that throwing over one defender with another coming. For quarterbacks to be able to drop it in, and you see it at all levels, that's one of the more impressive things.
Give to Bex. It's second down. Clark in trouble. Down he goes right at the line of scrimmage.
Now there's a lot of discussion. Would he come here? Would he test the waters elsewhere? What would he do? So much anymore, Don, with the portal and everything and people moving around and moving up, and Clark himself was a transfer in. So you never know where players are going to be until the season kind of unwinds and everybody takes a look at the landscape and where are their options at.
And Clark will be sacked.
If they've got anything offensively that can do that. You might get a timeout before they snap this one.
They'll go. And down and incomplete near the goal line for James Blackstring.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Arell did a nice job. All he did was use his body to screen him off and let it fall in. Call incomplete.
So least painful 347 as they can here. Quarterback still Bell, and the carry for Maxwell Wood.
Knockout punch ever since.
At midfield.
Yep. Finally got a flag.
An 8-4 season in 2021 under Bobby Petrino, and that included
second down.
It'll be a fun trip back north or wherever, and they'll play at home for a while, more than likely.
Bad snap, covered by Bell.
We need to know what we can do. They will throw it.
Screen, and that's caught by a big tight end and into Bears territory.
And you know what that does? Gives them a fourth and extremely makeable.
Dustman one last time. Going to try to stick it at the 1.
Oh, he waited. You know, I think he almost anticipated. He surveyed in front of him, and I think 3 receivers out. See what happens.
And Clark will hand it off. For a couple of yards, the clock will run, and the Bears are not going to stop it. That is going to be it. 45-9, South Dakota State. The Jackrabbits share the Missouri Valley Football Conference Championship with South Dakota and North Dakota State. Missouri State finishes 8-4 in their final FCS game, and it's on to the Football Bowl subdivision next year for the Bears.
Well, South Dakota State showed you what a defending national champion is capable of doing. Will be exciting to see where they head and where the rest of the Valley teams head as postseason approaches.
Up next for us on Mediacom in Southwest Missouri, it's college basketball and a doubleheader with the St. Mary Spires and the Evangel Valor coming on Wednesday, December 3rd. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Enjoy the rest of the football season for those of you moving on into the postseason. For Tom Mast and all of our Mediacom crew, I'm Don West. Thanks for joining us. Jackrabbits win it 45-9, and good evening from Springfield, Missouri.